Hello, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. This is episode 41. In the last episode, we finally stepped into the city of Baldur's Gate. We tracked down a murderer, saved some people from meeting a grisly fate at the hands of the paralyzing Red Dwarf. In today's episode, I've decided I will be heading down the path of Jaheira's quest. So we're going to head into the guild, meet the criminals of the underground. After that, who knows? But that's where I'm starting. We're still outside the clothes shop. I was thinking about buying some clothes between episodes, but you know, their floor's all bloody, so I don't really want to do business there right now. Let's get our newspaper for the day.
You want a copy of this rag? Gold. Make it quick.
This guy is not as excited about selling newspapers as the guy outside, I must say.
Me stupid dad makes me sell these shite rags. Pillock. If you want one, it's gold.
I'll take one.
Works great as toilet paper if you run out.
I mean, I get it, right? Lord Gortash to become first ever Archduke. I get how the kid feels, because working. Ugh. So I'm going to try to systematically work my way through the city and have episodes that sort of have the same quest line in them and make sense. But given how big it is and how much there is to do, it may be hard to do. Let's head down here.
Shouldn't go wandering in dark alleys. Very dangerous hobby. Gets people killed. Wait, you're Farling's friend. She said to let you in. Funny little gnome she is. Always laughing at me, even when I don't joke. Come, I'll let you in. My pleasure.
Thanks, mate. I was worried I had to, you know, spill your guts on the floor for a moment there. Oh, hello, mole.
Wow, look who it is. Glad to see you in the city. Hope you found plenty of coin in Ketheric's coffers. Ready to do some business?
Good to see you again. What are you up to this time?
Oh, I've got a few ideas. I'll be running this whole place in no time.
Is it guild business you're running?
Sure is. We work for Fetcher, handling what you might call pre-owned goods. Talk to Sticky. He'll cut you a deal.
And how'd you escape Moonrise?
I survived the hells when Elturel fell. Compared to that, slipping out of Moonrise was child's play.
Fetcher isn't himself, so I'm running the shop. You buying or selling?
Where do you get the items you sell?
Let's just say the previous owners no longer have a use for them. Got me?
Got ya. Guy does have an amazing cloak for a person of particular talents that seem to be the same as mine. While hiding, the number you need to roll a critical hit while attacking is reduced by 1.
Sometimes stuff we sell comes back around to us again. So watch yourself. Got me?
I'll take that as a free. It looks nicer too.
It's an orphanage, Ukta. What would you have me do? Seize their toys as payment?
Well, they failed to pay tribute. We should withdraw our protection, at the very least.
And cede more ground to the Stone Lord? You're not suggesting I yield a single inch of the city, my city, to this cult?
We already look weak. If you're seen to be forgiving debts...
I didn't say forgive. Seize the building. Are many children old enough? If they protect what's mine, we'll consider that a start on what's owed.
Yes, Guildmaster. Excuse me? This is a private council.
Keep your underpants clean, Ukta. We're playing host to a hero. You owe me a gold piece, grandmother. When I heard you died out in the wilderness, I made an offering at Kellenvor's well.
Of gold? Oh, I did not know I meant so much to you, Guildmaster.
Oh, I'm terribly sentimental. Case in point, I've just let a harper walk through my guild hall, noticeably unholed. Because I'm curious about why you're here and who it is you've brought with you.
I'm just a friend of Jaheira's.
How nice. You won't find many of those in my guild hall.
We won't tax your hospitality too long, Nine Fingers. I'm searching for Minsc of Rashomon.
A big name, that. Such information does not come cheap, High Harper. Not in normal times. Of course. Seeing as these are not normal times and we're all such good friends, I'll do better than tell you where he is. I'm bringing him here as we speak. Or parts of him, at least. I gave no orders about the condition of his corpse.
What treachery is this, Nine Fingers? Have you thrown in with the Absolute too?
Against my own city. Careful. You're in very real danger of hurting my feelings. It's Minsc who's found his faith with Faerun's newest god. And a new name with it. The Stone Lord.
Lies.
The new gang boss your people are so afraid of.
Exactly the one. Guild crews may be prone to exaggeration, but not in this case. In his short reign, the Stone Lord and his crew have earned a reputation. Pure brutality. No survivors. And where he mows my people down, this ripe little cult takes root. But not for much longer. We have word on where he plans to hit next. And he'll find us ready to hit back this time.
Nine Fingers. Estelle. Call off your ambush, tell us where he is, and we'll handle this.
We? I heard what happened to your Harpers, Jaheira. I'm sorry, but this fight's too big for you alone.
And you really think that will stop her?
If you're half the friend you're posing as, you'll tell her that her part in this is done. The Stone Lord's fate is sealed. We have a bigger war to fight. I'd rather turn our talk to that, but if you need a moment, Jaheira, well, you've earned that much. My guild hall is open to you. Have a drink, Jaheira. Have a rest. Just leave well enough alone. It would be a shame for the city to lose 2 of its heroes in one day.
There's little point in pressing Nine Fingers further. She means what she says. But we swore no vows. She won't tell us where to find Minsc? Someone else in her guild hall will. We need to be swift.
Where do you suggest we begin?
I suppose we must greet the local wildlife. Guildhall is awash with ale-scented gossip at the best of times. These days, they have nothing but the Stone Lord to talk about.
Sounds like we're not the only ones tracking down this Minsc fellow. Let's hope Nine Fingers' bounty doesn't attract too much competition.
So, the Stone Lord is Minsc, Jaheira's old acquaintance. Painfully small world at times.
Alright, let's go talk to people then. Find out some information.
Before you ask, I ain't got none of that plum Prosecco. Now, what can I get you, newcomer?
Got any gossip to share?
Around here, silence is golden, mate. Best remember that.
See? Nine Fingers is a master of strategic. She's clever, Foz. Won't fight the Stone Lord out in the open, but she's got a spot picked out, see?
I don't care about Stone Lord Tut. Don't care about some ambush. I asked, do you eat my last pickled ooze?
I would like to hear about the Stone Lord. Let him finish.
Huh? Bugger off. I'm talking to my friend about an ooze.
Now. He who keeps his manners keeps his teeth. Besides, you are only pretending to be as wine-soaked as your friend here.
How can you tell?
I've been to fouler festivals than this, and you have the stage presence of Volothamp Gedarm. Now, you were speaking to my friend. Politely.
Why are you pretending to be drunk?
Huh? Back to sleep. Look, Tut here is an old friend of Nine Fingers. Saved her as a kid or some such, I don't know. But if I don't keep him busy like she asked, he's likely to run off and try take on the Stone Lord himself. So Tut's gonna tell you what he knows about the Stone Lord. You're gonna leave us to our merry old time, and you're not gonna put my name near any of this. Yes?
Sure.
Tut! Stone Lord.
Stone Lord, aye. Bastard's going after the accounting house, but he doesn't know that there's just another guild operation, eh? Nine Fingers is gonna catch him with his claws in their coffers. I pity the bastard.
The counting house? But what the hells could Minsc want there?
Happy? Now, away with you. We want drink in peace.
Yeah.
That was easy. Didn't even need to intimidate or persuade or anything. Just ask him why he's acting drunk.
The counting house. More bastion than bank, I'm afraid. Minsc must have a way in. But he's never had much use for coin beyond whatever sharp steel it could buy. There must be something in the vaults the Great Chosen are after. All the more reason to get there. Swiftly.
So do you believe he's working for the cult?
I have no reason to doubt the Guildmaster's information. Only her conclusions. The Stone Lord she describes sounds nothing like Minsc. As for the name, well, a bad joke perhaps. A time of troubles ended almost a century and a half ago. I weathered the years between with all the elven grace you have no doubt come to expect. But do you know how Minsc, a human, passed those years? I'll give you a hint. They named him the Beloved Ranger.
You recall the urban myth that trickled through the lower city fest halls some years back. A hero who had been turned into a statue, returning to life in the city's hour of need.
Ah, Stone Lord. A little on the nose.
Yeah, for Minsc it is downright subtle. He shrugged at the whole affair. I still don't know how he came to be petrified. I don't even know how he was freed. Harper work would take me from the city, sometimes for years at a time. The few occasions I visited his monument, well, I took it as a moment for reflection. To think of old friends, and the fight I had to continue in their name. And during all my self-serious brooding, that big, dumb, insufferable buffoon was staring me in the face.
And you stared right back without even realizing it.
I did. On occasion, I even found myself critiquing the stonework. Surely his head was not so large as this. I cannot call myself a particularly good friend, but I am his friend. And I cannot let Nine Fingers have him.
Let's get to it then. Now let's get to that counting house. Yeah, as I'm running around here, I'm really remembering how much there is to do. Like, I've ended some quest lines early, so I didn't need to do them.
Welcome to the counting house. I'm Head Clerk Mead, honey. How may the Fellowship of Financiers serve you?
You seem a little nervous, Sir Meat Honey. Had some difficult customers today? One in particular calling himself the Stone Lord, perhaps.
The who? The what? All right, fine. The head banker may have just taken a customer by that name down to the vaults. Rather large, rather heavily armed, which is against regulations. But I'm sure the head banker knows what he is doing.
I assure you, he does not. You are right to be nervous. But let us pass, and all will be well.
Well, who is this Stone Lord to you?
A friend. He might do something stupid down there, but I'm sure we can help. Wouldn't want anything stupid happening, would you?
That would be most unusual. But then so is our visitor.
That he is. But don't worry. We can handle him.
Very well. Show the guards this temporary vault pass, and should my superior ask, keep my name out of it.
Account holders only from here. Vault pass?
Here it is.
Right. Descend and know. Upon entering the vaults, you forego the protection of city and church law alike. Which is to say, keep to your own vault and you'll be fine.
Thank you. I will keep to my own vault. They just let a rogue into the bank? silly.
Just need to see your vault pass, please.
Here you are.
Looks in order. Blessed day to you.
Now there are a bunch of traps as we run through here, but because we have the pass, they don't matter. I've never tried to get in here without it though. I wonder what would happen.
For current door codes, please refer to the head banker's office. Highest security clearance only.
You can actually short circuit this door. I'm pretty good at just knowing the code. So I'm gonna go ahead and just know the code, you know. First try. I keep that information in my brain somehow.
It's still moving.
Hush your fussing. Nine Fingers had this one made especially. A little mouthful will barely slow it down.
But the stories...
Stories. Tall tales and big names, lad. Don't let them fool you. Elminster the Archmage, Drist the Drow Exile. Heroes have power, aye, but not half so much as we do. A little coin into the right purse. A soft word in the right ear. It's not glory that spins these plains, lad. It's gold. See? Now. Moradin's cracked clay.
Look at this absolute giga champ.
There is no gold in here. If there is one thing Minsc hates more than beasts with bad breath, it is those who are tricksome with the truth. And turnips. But you are no turnip. Let that be of comfort in your final moments.
Meet Minsc. He still seems very much himself to me.
Minsc, the very same Jaheira seeks.
Yes, thanks, Gale. Gale. He doesn't seem in a state to listen, Jaheira.
You will listen to me. Enough play, Stone Lord. What in the howling hells?
Doppel?
Nine Fingers set a poor trap, little banker. Let the Absolute's faithful show you how it is done. Now come, Stone Lord. We have the gold, and the Absolute has need of it elsewhere.
As you say, Jaheira.
Slarning shape changers! Enough! Let us deal with these cultists, then find out where they are nesting.
Now this fight can be a little bit challenging because there are also, you know, when I move my mouse over these areas, there are also people hidden. I'm gonna get Franca down into the middle here.
The gods take you first.
That was a lot. And we are fighting balls, people, so they have the unstoppable perk, which makes them not take damage for as many stacks as it is.
What now?
Can be annoying to fight against, honestly. And they also love to go invisible right after they do anything. Get her heart. Let's get to it. You're doing some punching. Still not 100% sure how to even play Monk, but I'm sure it doesn't matter if I play it correctly. I don't really find this game super challenging anymore like my first playthrough. First playthrough, those first 5 levels were absolutely brutal. Now the first 5 levels can still be absolutely brutal, but I feel like I'm a lot better at the game. Yeah, smite him. Nice. Giga Chad. Crank is stunned, so fly to that tune. Spirit Guardians is very useful in this fight just because of all the annoying invisible targets. Like how this one still hasn't done anything. It knows it has Sanctuary up and it's like, no, I'm not even gonna do anything. I'll just stand here. Nice. I'm glad he found him. So now the Giga Chad's gonna hit him. Oh, I guess Shadowheart can just stay here, and I guess, yeah, we could cleave. We've done it before. Sanctuary is not good enough to avoid being cleaved. Up to you, us. The War God's blessing.
You can tell Nine Fingers this was not my fault. She swore that mimic could swallow a bloody owlbear. Wait. You're no guild sworn. Who are you?
Person who saved your life. A little gratitude wouldn't go amiss.
Gratitude of the gold variety, I suppose you mean. Good luck with that. The Stone Lord just cleared our vaults. And now he has enough gold to make himself a lord in truth.
And he wouldn't even know what to spend it on. It's the cult that needs that money. Why?
You think anyone told me? Nine Fingers sent word the Stone Lord was going to try his luck on our vaults. So she told me to cooperate. Lure him in. Yes, sir, Stone Lord, sir. Shall we open the account in your name or the Absolute's? Just step this way to your special deposit box. Don't mind the teeth. No one mentioned he might have some old crone dropping in as backup.
Crone?
Look, I just mean to say, we both want him caught. If you've got your sights set on the Stone Lord, anyway. As chairman of the Fellowship of Financiers, I can assure you we'd reward you well for the return of the coin he took. Not for us, you understand. For the common Baldurian. Who knows what he's planning to do with it?
Yes, common Baldurian. How much was taken?
Try all of it. Every penny of civilian lodgings, anyway. I mean, not like we'd lead him into the private vaults. But still. A lot of Baldurians waking up poor tomorrow. What he can do with that kind of coin doesn't bear thinking about.
Well, I don't care for the coin that much. I just need to find minks.
Good for you. I happen to care a very great deal. Retrieve the coin, and I'll make sure you are well rewarded. There's treasures greater than gold. Feel free to poke around this place and it'll help you pick up the Stone Lord's scent. Me, I've got ledgers to amend.
I grow tired of these false faces. Every corner we turn, another. And now it is my face they use to turn Minsc against us. I am sorry, but I am just tired.
Of course you're tired. You're ancient. But we still have work to do.
Ha! Bastard. When I left Minsc to this fate, I believed I had no choice. I believe it still. We were ignorant of our enemy, unarmed against the cult. I made the right decision, but I do not like how easily I made it. Minsc would have never left me behind, no matter what happened. That is his problem entire. The past century left Minsc unchanged. And so he believes the world has never changed, that I have not. You saw the fool, hanging on the doppelganger's every word for no other reason than it wears my face.
Don't have to explain, Jaheira. You're worried for your friend. Not a crime.
No. But snotting into my sleeve while there is still work to do is. Come, men. We need a lead on where these shapeshifters have fled to. Let's see what hints they left behind in the vault.
I like how you can joke around with Jaheira and call her old and stuff, and it's fun.
Good here, I hope.
She's a good character to have for banter. Didn't really ever spend much time with her outside of her quest in any of my other playthroughs, so I'm happy that I have the opportunity to do that now. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who probably didn't run around with her too much because she joins the party so late in the game, right? Orders from Jay. Since we were told we're allowed to poke around the vault,
These footprints started in the sewers.
I'm gonna go ahead and poke around the vault by
Wonder what's past this.
taking everything. We might need to run through some lockpicks to do this, but we have 66 of them, so it's not really an issue. Here we have the elegant studded lever, +2 initiative, and advantage on stealth checks with shield. Send that to Astarion. Nice piece of gear for him. But yeah, there are no repercussions for stealing everything, because, well...
What do you think you're... Go on. What bloody difference does it make?
No one stopped me yet.
because of that. Additional level 2 spell slot, very good for Shadowheart. Perfume Days, Passionate Nights. That sounds interesting, doesn't it? Atriar's Blackmail. Skeletons in the Closet. Every playthrough, even like my Paladin playthrough, I've robbed this vault though. Shield Stewart Interrogation Log.
And switch bloody jobs.
To take control. Gortash Private Memoirs. The Astral Prism Heist. Father's Diary. This is Will's father. Ravenguard Scorcher. Pretty nice weapon. It looks nice. It looks cool. I don't think I've ever used it, but I like the look of it. Leave this room. There are some more vaults we've got to hit. Because since we're here, we might as well. We've already made 3,000 gold plus the items that we've got to sell. Thankfully, the rest of the vaults are pretty
Please wait
easy.
here. A staff member will retrieve your items.
Staff member is not going to help us because we'll just help ourselves. But yeah, since the rest of these vaults aren't that interesting, I don't think there's really much in them. I will cut back once I've done looting. Alright, now that we're done looting the entire bank, taking everything we could ever need, let's head out. Go sell these items that we grabbed and then head down to the sewers, since I believe that is where we need to go next. Find the Stone Lord in the sewers. If you ever want your bank not to be robbed, don't let a rogue in there. Close the door just so, you know, they think we're a respectable customer who definitely didn't do anything. So we made about 10,000 gold from taking everything. Alright, let's buy the dead shop for Astarion. And grab the Armor of Agility. I'm not really a fan of like how the Armor of Agility looks. Like when I compare it to the Yontai, like this is much better, right? But maybe with some dyeing, I can make it look good. Alright, let's head over to the sewers.
Sparky! Sparky! Oh, we need to go home for tea. Ugh, he won't listen, and he's too fast grass to catch. Stupid dog.
Do not speak ill of the animal, child. He's just doing what dogs do.
Yeah, that's the problem. Sparky is too good at running. I tried already, but I've only got little legs. Say you're tall. Maybe you'd have better luck.
Let's see what I can do.
Good luck. He's the fastest dog in the world.
Alright, someone start a timer. Oh, he dodged me.
Run! Oh, friend! Hello?
Why are you running around in circles?
Because running is brilliant!
It is. Your owner's calling for you. You should probably stop running for just a moment.
Stop running? But then I won't be running anymore.
I know, it's weird, right? Running will feel even better tomorrow if you take a little break for today. Think about that.
Stop running to run better. Okay. See you later. Home.
I do wonder if dogs, you know, if that's what they're thinking when they're running around. Run. And I'm gonna go down into this manhole. Now there is a bit of content to do in the sewer, but we're just gonna focus on the one thing we're here to do this episode. But there'll be plenty of sewer runs anyway in the future, so what do we have here?
That's curious.
The first time I ever did this puzzle, it was a little bit annoying, but it's not too bad now. What I remember, because you got to have the two things go into the middle at like the same time. Alright, let's head on through this big old sewer pipe.
All the coin seems to be there, if a little blood-stained. You lot are enthusiastic about your lord's work.
Our Lady. We serve only the absolute.
Oh, silly me. We Zentarim are so long past our own godly roots, I'm afraid I forget the half of them. But you, I know. When did you start worshipping gods? Did they give your wee rodent a worm friend too?
Rodent?
Enough! You will show the Stone Lord proper respect, and you will return to the Guildhall and do as we have paid you to.
Of course. I only thought...
Wait. Flop all you wish, little fish. But Minsc has caught you.
On that note, good luck. The job will be done by the time you get to the Guildhall.
Roa, been around since the Goblin camp. He's still doing dirty business. So here we have Minx. And a bunch of doppelgangers, seems. Now, a funny thing with this Minx fight, if you like inspect him, it says toggle non-lethal attacks. Like right there, which is kind of what you have to do. Shadowheart just knocked him out immediately. She didn't even care. Sometimes Jaheira will tell you to knock him out, but
better you feed the soil.
Usually, you know, it's when you don't take him down in one turn. Jaheira versus Jaheira. Look at this big old hyena. Holy, he's been eaten. Alright, so Roa's just gonna try and run away. We will let her get away. It makes for a better what's to come next, you know? I will toggle non-lethal to take down the dog. Not the dog's fault, it's working with the absolute, you know. Tell him, Jaheira. Monk's pretty strong. Ooh.
Against the darkness swarming, his senses a single light glows. Rage, flaring brighter every moment.
Killed her.
He won't stay down for long. Tell your Elitha to protect him from the Elder Brain's influence. Quickly!
No. This one will not aid our cause. Get rid of him.
We will extend our protection to him, Emperor.
Don't be foolish. He is too unpredictable. He will only be a hindrance to us.
His unpredictability saved the city before. We need him.
No. I will not be coerced into protecting him. You do not see what I do. His thoughts, his mind, pure chaos.
The Mind Flare pours poison in your ear, I think. Tell it I will tear the prism from your grasp and throw it into the deepest lava pit I can find. Long after our bones are dust and ash, the walls of its prison will still be burning. Now help my friend!
She bluffs. Surely she would not risk the fate of all for one simple life.
I don't think you want to find out, though.
Fine. Have it your way.
His mind unfolds beneath yours. A still lake pulls you down into its depths. Images flash by, battles fought, and friends fallen. His rage grows colder, burrows deeper, as a familiar face crystallizes before you.
Jaheira, you killed her!
You are being dramatic.
The instant's hesitation is enough. With a sensation of terrible rending, something vast and nameless falls away from his mind.
There. It is done.
Jaheira? I do not understand.
Good. That means you're back to your old ways. We have a lot to discuss. But first, you have someone to thank.
In the sudden silence, your minds merge once more. More memories, sensations, but passing too quickly for you to track. In the same breath, you share everything that happened to you. The Nautiloid, the Absolute, the chosen of the dead three.
You saved Minsc. While he danced like a Mind Flayer's meat puppet. Why?
Well, Jaheira insisted.
Suggested.
You do well to heed her. Jaheira was very wise. Even before she was very old. There is someone you must meet. He is... Where is he?
If I don't get my beauty sleep soon, I may just get a tad amount.
Kale, it's not the time for worrying about your beauty sleep, mate.
Where are you? Squeak, I must know you are well. My friend, from our brief sharing of skulls, I know you have faced many strange beings, but none like this. Whatever happens, show no fear and stay your hand. Trust in Minsc.
Okay. I trust you, I think.
Minsc finds that the less thinking he does, the easier the trusting comes. Wait! You gaze into Minsc's soul and see his foul crimes. You smell the stench of evil upon him, pointy claws primed, ready to scratch out his eyes. I am sorry, my friend. I am at the mercy of your faultless justice. Now, if you must burrow through my blackened heart, I am ready. No? You are certain? Oh, such boundless compassion. You are all heart. And whiskers. And cute little nose. You are right, of course. There is still much evil for Boo and Minsc to stamp out. But we need not fight it alone. I have a new face to show you. But it is not a villainous one for the clawing, understand?
Could be.
This is Boo. And Boo, meet you?
He's so cute. It's an honor.
No, it is a hamster. A miniature giant space hamster. Fear not, you will learn the difference in time. Those villains locked Boo away, lest his righteous gaze cause their tadpole to flee in terror. Now we are together again. All will be exactly as... Boo, why do you use such language? Once more, my hamster proves himself my greater half, and makes the path clear when my mind is fuzzier than his tiny bottom. He says we will join with you, and cleanse Baldur's Gate of evil. Together!
Can I trust you not to turn on me again, Stone Lord?
I give you my solemn vow. Should any of us show signs of weakening to the worm, or any other evil, Boo will slaughter us all in our beds.
All of us?
I hope this brings you comfort.
If even one person's showing signs, he's gonna slaughter all of us. That doesn't bring me comfort at all. We'll go to the camp. I have things to do first.
Boo and I are most adept in the doing of things, but as you wish. To camp then! For his heroics here today, Boo has earned the most vigorous of back scratchings.
I think you might have made a terrible, terrible mistake. Huh? Chasing rumor halfway around the city and back. Crossing the guild. Wading through filth. Defying the one creature upon whom your very life depends. All for a madman and his rodent. The Absolute threatens thousands. The entire coast. And still you risked much to help one man. I should berate you. But I can only say thank you. Your reasons were your own. But whether you meant for it or not, your fight is our fight, huh? Both of us. To the very end.
Don't go getting sentimental on me now, Harper.
Ah, those misty eyes are just age. Yes, I feel myself growing older as we stand here. So, lead the way. We're yours to command.
Now we have to go back to the guild hall. So we'll be heading there momentarily. I'm just going to loot the place and see what there is to read, you know. But yeah, my plan with Minsc is to actually have him and Jaheira in the party for a majority of Act 3. Because I never have before, so I think it will be a good opportunity to do while we're making this YouTube series. Letter from Orin. We're gonna make our way back to the guild. I know the general layout of the city. I mean, this is like my 4th playthrough, so I hope I would. But I still do get lost here. I've still got to look at the map. And one Roa Moonglow is here. She's lost a bit of health from when Jaheira hit her as she was running away.
You survived. Which means my employers are dead, I take it? No matter. Gives us a chance to talk. 9 Fingers is done. My Zentarim stand ready to purge this place of everyone loyal to her. So all I need to know is, does that include you? Or not?
Why are you working for the cult? They'll want to enslave everyone.
You fail to see the bigger picture. Yes, they offered us money, but more than that, They offered an opportunity. The money is a bonus. The Zhentarim have been trying to crack Baldur's Gate for years, but Nine Fingers' grip has been too strong. And look what it's come to. Her guild is disorganized, undisciplined. The cult broke them in a matter of days, while my Zhentarim still stands strong. A guild under our control can do what Nine Fingers failed to. Drive the Absolute out of the city once and for all. We're all on the same side. If there are spoils to be split afterwards, well, I'm sure there's enough to share.
Enough talking. Get out of my way or die.
A hero. There's a time for heroics, my friend, and a time for common sense. This was the latter. To arms, Zhentarim! The guild is ours! Once we clear out the vermin.
Alright, it's time for the Zhentarim and the guild to have their little gang war. I'ma personally come for you. So much damage. We've been waiting to do that a long time. Aren't Jaheira, get down there. Kill some Zhentarim. Nine Fingers is actually insane when it comes to damage.
Of course.
She's got like so many daggers in her inventory, she just keeps throwing. Crazy. We got a good opener. Fight can very easily swing one-sided. Alright, now it's their turn. I think FaZe is probably the scariest Zhentarim. Because he's a monk. I guess having a battle master fighter is also pretty scary, but they're going after their barbarian who has a lot of defense being a barbarian. Fighting down in the pit. Yeah, like, look at that damage that she does. Try to take FaZe down. We'll use our paralyze and crit. Keep up the pressure, Jaheira. Very nice. Burn. That guy too, yeah. Heart just taking out 3 of them in one turn. He goes hard. Looks like the guild will be losing no one in this fight. Coming out of this fight intact with like no one lost. Pretty successful for the guild though, I'd say. The initiative really made it. Really miss on a... yeah, on a stunned target. Shots in on the fighter. It's the only enemy left, so...
always the same old song.
Naturally.
Not enough gold, you know. Back to work.
See if there's any good loot. That note had Rugen's name in it. We remember him? From Act 1 when we took down the Zhentarim there. We've been fighting them the whole game. Carrying the stolen bag of gold, which has 10,000 gold in it. But yeah, since there's not a lot of reason to be running around with like a lot of gold. We probably are going to get that gold back to Rakaf.
Moving in.
As much as we are a rogue, 10,000 gold, not that big.
Suppose I should have seen that coming. Zentarim aren't known for their loyalty, but I thought the bastards would keep to their contract at least. I'm too nice for my own good, I suppose. But I was in a pit, and you helped pull me out. For that, I'm grateful. You'll have what guild blades I can give when the time to take the absolute comes. So, just tell me what you need to get us there.
I need information.
Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But let's say we'll put it on your tab.
How do you know so much about the cult of the Absolute and its leaders?
Simple enough. After Jaheira warned me and then disappeared, I went nosing into the cult for myself. I could bore you with the details. How I found evidence of Gortash's projects, traced him to Orin the Red, and made a safe bet there was some dried-out old necromancer to round out the three. Because it's always the dead, bloody three. Has been half-gods who can't help but make their irrelevance everyone else's problem.
Well, there is more to it than just the dead three, 9 fingers.
Oh. You've got some juicy little tidbit I haven't heard yet.
Yeah, would you like to know everything?
Huh. It seems like my intelligence on you was patchy at best. That's annoying.
What are you planning to do now that you know?
I had no intention of leaving my city in the Dead Three's hands. Definitely not leaving it to some slimy shit that doesn't even have hands. So, as long as you can keep a lid on what's growing inside you, we're allies. Until you can't, and we're not. Simple enough, I reckon. Now, war to be fought. You need anything?
Well, I ran into some of your thugs, the Rivington Rats.
Oh. Did you enjoy the encounter?
I don't think they enjoyed it.
I have no doubt you gave them a good talking to. The rats usually keep a lid on their nastier notions, but with the Stone Lord business distracting me, some are starting to test the leash. All the more reason to be rid of the cult quickly, so I can remind my crews it's not a leash round their necks if they cross me. It's a noose.
What can I do to help you?
You have done plenty. Do any more, and the guild might have to take a special interest in you. Understood?
Alright, so let's go back to the Counting House and get this money back to Rakaf, and then we'll head to camp. It's a good quest line, I like it. So I thought I'd try to keep it all in one. Especially being a rogue myself, you know. Because naturally, if I was a rogue and I was going to Baldur's Gate, I would probably head to the guild. Want to prove myself, you know? Gonna head right on through, right? I've already looted the place anyway. It's not like there's any point in keeping me out. This chest is sort of growing on me as I'm wearing it, I must say. Growing on me, especially the red sleeves with the red cloak. Looks are always the best part of gaming for me. I don't care about like the stats or anything. Just the looks.
I hope you've come to make a lodgment. A city-sized one?
Here's the coin that was taken.
And not even a whisker light. God, you're a boring bastard.
I have enough money.
Me too, I suppose. Because I'm not even tempted to scam you. Take this vault key. You'll find something by way of thanks inside.
I'm sure that will be very useful. We do get 2,500 gold for returning it to him anyway. But he gives me the vault key for this vault that we already looted, which is pretty funny. I'm gonna loot my vault and see what's inside. Oh, nothing. Someone already robbed the place. Alright, let's head back to camp for a long rest and talk to everyone, because there's going to be a lot of people to talk to.
Jaheira, Boo is trying his best to explain, but I still do not understand your anger.
Do not hide behind your hamster, Ranger. You do not understand because you do not listen. We were the first to discover the cult. And if you had only waited, we might have marshaled our numbers and...
Good does not wait for evil to button up its breeches. When it offers buttocks for the smacking, Minsc and Boo greet cheek with hand.
That sounds like a fun evening.
It is well that Boo's innocent ears still ring from all this shouting.
This mess falls on our heads, Minsc. The city under siege, its people poisoned by the cult. It all might have been avoided if you had just put your feelings aside and listened.
Well, you're the only one Minsc listens to, remember, Jaheira?
You mean the doppelgangers? It is no comfort to me that my face made this fool all the easier to lead. The point remains. You meant well, Minsc. But you exposed the city to harm. You helped the cult spread. And worse, perhaps than any of this, you forced me to leave you behind.
But this is where Minsc falls short of the understanding, Jaheira. What else is a berserker for, if not to charge into danger ahead of his Waclaren?
Waclaren? Minsc, I am not your witch. You are not my bodyguard. This is not some high lodge of your homeland.
Boo agrees. You're a queer kind of witch. But this city is a queer place. And Minsc, you may have noticed, is sometimes strange himself. The titles matter not. Only this. When Minsc does as Minsc does, and charges in to make a mess, Jaheira does as Jaheira does, and finds a way to save us all anyway.
I suppose there is some twisted logic at play there.
Is there? Wonderful. Another Minsc in the making.
Ha! Not without a companion, I'm afraid. Boo will ask some of his sewer-dwelling friends.
I am your friend, Ranger. I am not your witch. There will be no ointments or healing balms.
Not even for Boo?
Hardly the noblest conflict we've encountered, but criminals will have their squabbles, even in the looming shadow of utter annihilation.
I don't like getting caught between the Guild and the Zhentarim. You always make enemies when you take sides in a struggle like that. And in this case, they're enemies we might not see coming until it's too late.
Oh, we already dealt with it, Astarion, it's all good.
Minsc is so amazing.
Just fangirling for Minsc now, just like she did Jaheira. I never noticed that Karlach's stuffed bear was named Clive until I saw like a Reddit post recently.
My friend, now we have settled the matter of the guild. I fear there is something I must tell you. You and Boo both. It may shock you both to know, but Minsc and this Stone Lord, they are one man. The same one man.
No way.
And that same one man is Minsc.
Alas. Alack. It cannot be so.
Please, my friend. Your noble tears will not make the confessing any easier. I wish to believe the Stone Lord's evil was the worm alone, attainting my thoughts with foul dung. But I see now, the dung was within Minsc all along. So I wonder, if Minsc can be a villain, and Nine Fingers a hero, must it be so with all creatures? Is there good and evil within us all?
Yes.
Boo calls this nonsense. Less thinking of bad thoughts, says he, and more breaking of bad bones. But still, I would hear what you have to say on the matter, my friend.
Well, you believe you will follow in Jaheira. That's not evil.
Even though it led to evil ends? And even the true Jaheira is not always right. She sometimes pets Boo a little too roughly. Or denies him the breakfast broth so that I must dip him in the pot when she looks the other way. I begin to wonder if good and evil is not a thing of knowing. If it is sometimes a thing that Minsc must decide for himself. Alone. Which is why I'm asking you.
Well, everyone has the potential to be good, Minsc. It's just buried deeper in some, or lost along the way.
It is strange. A worm sits within my skull, twisting my thoughts. But it is you that have made Minsc see the world anew. You, my friend, are the true parasite.
That's rude.
There is good and evil in all. Let us go crack villainous skulls, so that the virtue might leak free. Yes, Boo. I am becoming something of a philosophizer.
Philosophizer. When our minds mingled, I saw some strange things.
Oh? The mind of Minsc is a simple place. Of what strangeness do you speak?
The memories resurface, a lifetime of battles blurring into one. A single constant is Minsc, launching into the fray no matter the foe, be they god, monster, or man. It seems just the barest glimpse of what the man before you has seen and done, but enough to know that he has no right to still be alive.
Ah, wait! That look in your eye. I know exactly what visions of Minsc you have seen to cause you such wonder. My pants. Thrice laced, in the Rashomar style, so that a berserker might split skulls without fear of splitting bridges, too. They are fiendishly complex, but fear not for Minsc. With training, he has learned to master the many little knots.
Never mind your pants. You've walked between planes, fought gods.
Well, as have you, no? Do not forget that when you gaze into Minsc, Minsc also gazes into you. We both fight evil, wherever it is found. The who and where are less important than the hamsters you meet along the way. On this matter of sharing memories, I see no reason for us to worry at one another's worms. If there is more we wish to know, we can simply ask, no?
Yes, a warrior speaks their mind, instead of reading others.
Exactly so! If I must peer into the mind of my enemy, I use an axe. For friends, there is ale. No, my friend. If you fear you have a question that Minsc cannot answer, then you can simply ask Boo.
Tell me about Rashomon.
Oh, my friend. There is much more to know of Minsc's homeland than he could ever put into words. Boo might fare better, but his home is far stranger again. Well, in many ways, it is the very opposite of this city. The far side of Faerun, with empty plains, white forests, and peaks that pierce the very belly of the sky. But it is like the city too. Here, it is loud with the daily wailing of people. In Rashomon, it is also loud, if you know where to listen. The Telthors, guardian spirits of every root, rock, and tree. Here in the Sleeping Lands they are silent, but in the far north, they know how to speak still.
It sounds like an amazing place. Why did you ever leave?
The first time, my Dajema. A warrior's quest of proving. Minsc quickly proved that quests do not always go as the stories say. After wandering a ways and some savings of the Sword Coast, Minsc returned to Rashomon to find a welcome fit for hamsters and heroes. The Iron Lord himself came to bear witness to Boo. Minsc of Rashomon, said he, your Dajema is done. Minsc politely disagreed. Daina here was dead, and so his Dajema could never be done. Then swear your service to me, Minsc of Rashomon, said he. Serve your land as your lord's chosen champion. Minsc politely disagreed. It was a little awkward, but he had already sworn his service to Boo. Minsc of Rashomon, said he. You insult your Iron Lord. We will settle this matter in the circle of combat. It was only polite for Minsc to agree.
Yeah.
After they carried the Iron Lord away, the Council of Witches gave Minsc a pack of provisions and said it would be best if he continued his adventures for a time. Yes, Boo, that was before we were stone. Perhaps we are due a little homecoming when all of this is done, no?
Well, it has been a long time since he went there, so maybe they would have forgotten. It's been over 100 years. Why do you call this the Sleeping Lands?
Because it is slow and stupid and sleeping.
Yeah.
Boo says Minsc should phrase this in a kinder fashion. Telthors are the living soul of the land. They flit about, offering petty blessings to those who show respect, or playing tricks on those who do not. This is so in Rashiman, but not beyond her borders. Here the spirits sleep, and perhaps we ought to be glad of this. In Rashiman, a Telthor is wind and snow and soil. In Baldur's Gate, it would be stink and stain and a far less pleasant type of soil. If my meaning is not clear, just check under your boot.
Pretty clear. Being a wood elf, I understand. You were quite quick to call me friend.
Of course, my friend. Or are we not friends?
That remains to be seen.
Does it? Well, you have seen all there is to see of Minsc. Short of me stripping down to my stitches. Perhaps I can...
You don't need
But no, Boo has only just made himself comfortable. Let us leave the inspection for camp. Now, does Boo see a question in your eye, or just a parasite poking through?
What's with Boo, anyway?
Well, Boo, explain yourself. Clear enough?
I speak with animals. Why can't I understand him?
Can you not? Do you not see his noble bearing? The deep wells of wisdom that are his eyes? Boo speaks of much. Perhaps one day, you will be ready to listen.
I guess it's perfectly clear then.
Boo has a way with words that we lack. All that space in the cheeks, I am thinking.
What do you think of this tadpole business?
As you wish, but quietly. It is listening.
You know of a cure?
On this matter, I have held small council with Boo. If the worm is lodged within our skulls, should it not be possible to simply squeeze like so?
You'll hurt yourself.
Until something pops out. Pay that noise no mind. Boo has not feasted on evil's flesh in some time, and it has set his gut to bubbling.
So you have no ideas for a cure?
None at all. Though Boo is tiny. Perhaps he could just crawl into our ears and... you are right, Boo. A ridiculous notion. It would be far too dark to see.
Yes, that would be the worst part of it. I like Minsc. I think he's a funny character. At times. Sometimes he grates on you, but we're gonna travel around with him at some point. But for now, let's head to bed. You know, it's been a while since Scratch had something for me in the morning.
Unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
For a moment, I thought the game was like bugged and not allowing him to get anything. What have you got there, Scratch?
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
An alchemy ingredient. Thanks. Our good dog. And that will bring this episode to an end. What an episode. Probably a long one. We got a lot done though. We found Minsc. We dealt with the criminal underworld and its gang war that was going on between the Zentarum and the guild. But I'm sure the Zentarum will still be around. They're a pretty big organization. We may not run into them again in this game, but they're a pretty big organization in the lore, so... Or they won't mind losing, like, 10 of their members. In the next episode, I'll probably be heading to the Wizard's Tower in the center of Baldur's Gate. We'll deal with Gale's desire to go and read some books, and maybe figure out why exactly a wizard from Baldur's Gate wanted the night song. Things may change though. I might rock up to the next episode and be like something completely different. But hopefully we can make the most out of each episode and get things done as we get them done. Have a great day or night depending on when you're watching this video. And I will see you in the next episode.